Would you like to master the art of getting things done at the last moment? I'm going to take all of you through this short video about how we have learned some amazing secret when we were in our school days. Dear friends, the moment our exams are announced in schools, what we generally tend to do, we probably would have gone, bought some small notebook, 80-page notebook, and we would have created a small timetable to prepare for exams, right? So the exam dates are generally given about two to 3 months before for the main exams, the public exams, but generally the other exams are given about 45 to 50 days before. After buying this notebook, what we generally tend to do, we just put a tabular columns, we put the serial number, we put the time, we put the subject, and how many hours are we going to spend on every single subject. And if you plan 1 hour for this subject, 1 hour for that subject, and during all the study holidays, pakka, everything is superbly written down, and you're mentally prepared to go ahead and do it. But I can read some of your mind voices. I'm sure all of us would have done this, right? But the point is, I'm just asking this only one question. Have you done it? I'm sure all of you will say, yes, we have done it. But the truth is, we wouldn't have followed it, right? We wouldn't have followed this entire system. So what generally happens? I, for one, has done many of such things in the past during my school days and college days. But eventually, I kind of failed to follow this entire system. Now, what generally happens? We do all that. After a week or so, you again go back and do the entire rescheduling differently. Again, after a week, again you go back and reschedule it, everything, because I'm sure we wouldn't have followed the entire structure. We probably would have spent time here and there, a lot of things. And some of the things which really interest me is that, during our exam days, we would have definitely put in our heart and soul just a day before the exam. I'm sure all of you, most of us are actually in that kind of a school of thought. So we prepare at the last moment, and then we tend to go out and then we used to, write beautifully. Now the problem is, the moment you look at preparing a day before, suddenly you feel as if the toughest formulas, toughest equations, toughest calculation becomes much easier. But probably you would have done 20-30 days, you would have definitely felt, oh my god, this is so tough, let me prepare it tomorrow, all this tomorrow eventually ends up at the last day before the exam, right? So what exactly happens here? Just a day before the exam, you're so tensed, your entire attention span is on you, you have this little bit of fear that pushing you to get good marks in the exam or qualify for the exam, things of that sort. So that pressure, that little bit of pressure actually makes you feel good. The question here is, just a day before the exam, those days we didn't have much of a satellite channel on demand and DTH and streaming and all of that. So we always used to wait for some good movies to come on the television, some cricket matches to see, all of that. Just a day before, many a times, some of our favorite relatives are there at home. There probably would have been some favorite cricket matches or some nice movie on the TV. All that happens on that particular day of the exam or day before the exam. Now, the height of the whole thing is your sibling, maybe a sister or brother. They would have finished the exam and they are just playing. By looking at them, I'm sure all of us will really get wild. Oh my God, so tensed up. You feel like hitting that particular person, right? So with all that, we still go ahead and prepare in the night, prepare in the morning. And just before entering into the exam hall also, you wanted to go through some of the interesting formulas. And that point of time, you really pick up some interesting nuggets to go out and perform. Now, why this happens, my dear friends? The more we put a little bit of pressure on us, that's when the performance automatically comes. This is applicable in our life as well, in our own day-to-day life, in our own business scenario, in our own sales target achievement, in our own planning of getting something that you want to really get for yourself. You have to follow this particular things. A little bit of pressure always makes us to perform better, because the moment we look at some kind of a challenging cricket matches or any of the sports that we watch, the last few minutes, the crucial component of the match really makes us really feel like edge of the seat thriller kind of a feeling, right? So that a little bit of pressure actually interests you, and then you have that feeling of heart beating much faster. But the fact of the matter is, we all enjoy that, right? That enjoyment actually makes us to give all out and perform better. So the message that I want to leave you for this particular video is that, can you put a little bit of pressure for yourself in a day-to-day operation, whether it is going to office on time, getting to the meeting on time, working on a particular task, some of the thing which is here company, which is some of the things that you wanted to finish off, but due to some kind of a lack of motivation, you keep on procrastinating. So if you put a little bit of pressure on you, I'm sure you will be able to really get it. That is the secret of getting work done by yourself. If you still not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do so. I request all of you to kindly click the bell icon and then share it to as many people as you can. Of course, you do like it as well.